Hey guys, welcome to the 41st C# tutorial that I'm making for the new Boston, and in this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to use the BinaryReader class. So all you're going to need for this tutorial is two buttons, an open and a read button, and also you're going to need a text box. So once you have those on your form, just double click on the read button. And as you can see right here, this code, it just creates a new open file dialog, and it will check to see if the open file dialog, or if the user actually opens the file. If they do, it will enable this read button right here, and then it will set this string path equal to the path of the file that the user opens. Alright, so once you have that typed out, make sure that you have the using system.io up here, because the BinaryReader is in the system.io namespace, and we need to be referencing it. So once you have that already, you're just going to want to type out BinaryReader, and you can name your BinaryReader anything you would like. I'm just going to call it BR for BinaryReader, and then set it equal to a new BinaryReader. And it calls for a stream right here, so we're going to have to do file.openRead, and then we're just going to type the path to the file that we opened in the open file dialog. So once you have your BinaryReader typed out here, we can use the BinaryReader to read something. And the first method in the BinaryReader that we're going to be looking at is the read characters. Alright, so basically what the read character method will do is it will read a character from your file. And since we haven't specified a position in our file to have it be reading from, it's just going to start at 0. So it'll just read this first character right here. It'll read this C. So we're going to have it read this character into the text box so that we can view this character and make sure that it's reading properly. And since this method returns a character, we're going to have to use the .toString method so that it will convert it into a string. And then we're just going to want to dispose of our BinaryReader so that we don't get an error saying like file already being used but in the process. So once you have that all typed out, just go ahead and debug. And as you can see right there, the read button is disabled, and until we open a file, it will be disabled. So now that we open the file, we can now read the file, and we should just be reading this C character right here. Yep. And say we want to read this A character right here. Well, we're just going to have to tell the BinaryReader to read at this offset 10. So we're going to go up here, and we're going to say br.basestream.position equals the position that you want it to read from. And don't get mixed up here. This is in hexadecimal, not decimal. So this isn't 10. This is 10 in hexadecimal. So we're going to have to do 0x 10, because this will represent that it's hexadecimal. So now we should have it read A when we click this button, because it will navigate to this position, and then it will read this A character, or read one character. So now when we click read, we should just get A. Yep. And if you want to read multiple characters, like say we want to read Adam right here, or Adam, then we can do the read characters method. And this will return a character array. So instead of just doing like a .toString here, we're going to use a for each statement to go through each of the characters in this character array. And then we're going to print out each of the characters in this character array into our text box. Oh, and we need to specify how many characters we want it to read. So say we wanted to read like 4 for Adam, so we're just going to put a 4 in here, and it will read 4 characters. So it'll put 4 characters into an array, and then it will loop through it each time, or for each character in the array, it will loop through it and then print it into the text box. So now when we debug here and open this text file, we should get Adam in this text box. Yep. And the last thing I'm going to show you is how to read numbers. So say you want to read just this 0, 1 right here, and we'll read it as an int 16, so we'll start right here. So we're going to go ahead and do br.read int 16, or a short. And then we're going to have it read it into a text box. And then we're going to have to use the .toString method to convert it into a string. And then we're going to put x in here so it will be in hexadecimal. And since the position of this is 1e, we're just going to have to put 1e right here. And this is a 16-bit integer, meaning that it's 2 bytes. So we're going to have to start 1 byte ahead of here. So we'll read these 2 bytes, and we should get 1 in this text box. Well, at least that's what you think. You think that you get 1 in this text box, or 0, 0, 0, 1. Well, actually, we're going to get 1, 0, 0. And that's because the binary reader defaultly reads in little endian byte order, meaning that it reads from the right to the left. So it read 0, 1, and then it read 0, 0. So it got 1, 0, 0. And this is called, again, little endian byte order. Well, we want it to read in big endian byte order, meaning it reads from the left to the right. And there's no easy way for it to do that. So in the next tutorial, I'm going to show you how to reverse it so that it will read in the correct order, or it will read it to you in the correct order. So that's it for this tutorial. In the next tutorial, like I said, I'm going to show you how to read it in the correct order. So, see you guys.